Welcome back for the third and hopefully the last time that we are working on the V2R project as we embark on the final slog to get this thing done. So hopefully by the end of this video, it's all back together, graphics are on it, and we are taking it for a test ride. So what's left? Suspension, got to put the A-arms, rear linkage, shocks on, just got the shocks back. I've also got bumper in, that's going on, got to do the lights. And hopefully that's it. Well, no, I got a seat cover coming as well. So I've got a seat cover coming with a little bit of extra padding in it because that's going to be rough on the bum for 500 miles. So anyway, that's still on its way. Waiting on that. Not sure when it's going to get here. Hopefully soon. But we got to get into things like these KC 3-inch cubes. These should wire up pretty quickly. Hopefully it doesn't take long. A-arms, roll design, because out here there's just about nothing better. Got these rebuilt by Roll Design, sent them back. So these are my old arms, if you guys recognize these from last season. Just sent them back, got them refurbished. They're back here, some fresh bearings and sphericals in them. Put them on and let them rock. I also got the shocks back because those got rebuilt by Doug Roll over at Roll Design. They sent them back to me. This one, if you're wondering why it looks so clean right now after 2 seasons on it, it's because well, I ruined the other reservoir, so they had to put a new one on it. Apparently, I took a rock that I thought was just a chip. It dented the canister all the way in and ate up the valve inside. So the rubber boot and everything, it was basically floating around. So yeah, thanks for putting that back together, guys. Anyway, let's get this stuff on there and get this thing started. Oh man, it feels so good to have the Wanderer finally done. We are less than a week away from the race. We are about halfway through our donations. In fact, I think we're less than 1,500 away from our goal of 5,000. So if you haven't, please share that GoFundMe link or donate if you can. If anything, sharing really helps. So anyway, done putting this thing together, so let's go take it out for a ride. I already took it out for one shakedown test just to make sure that everything was functioning right and I could torque things back down, but let's take it out for a good ride now and give it a real shakedown.
All right, let's get this puppy going. Oh, gotta be real, man. This thing sounds so much better with that Rossier on there, other than that FMF. Love this way more than that FMF. Give it a quick warm up, let those blood lubricants move around in there. The other thing I had to do was put a new coolant temp sensor in here. I snapped the other one off, but the new one seems to be working just fine because the fan kicks on good, so not worried about that. If you guys are wondering what this little cable is, we actually have a dual gasser throttle on here, so what that's attached to is a little pin down here, and when you pull the pin, the twist throttle works. Push the pin back in, and you can keep using your thumb throttle. So the thumb throttle works the whole time, but that would make no sense to have both going at the same time. So they have a little pin in there, locks this off, feels like a normal bar, and then you got your thumb throttle. A little bit of play in it, but works fine. I might have to find a way to secure that cable up though. All right, let's get it moving. Taking a little bit of rebound out. Let's send it down this whoop section and see how it does. Oh man, I'll tell you what, when a suspension is dialed, it is dialed. These Elcos on these roll arms are just, there's a reason why they're the best out here. They've been used by almost everyone. Any Baja quad or any Best in the Desert quad, you'll see that combination on there all the time. So if it sounds like the quad is struggling a little bit as far as power, it's not revving that fast. Reason is because we've got these big 23-inch front, 22-inch rear Obors on here and a 15-tooth front sprocket. We're trying to get as much top-end speed as we can out of this thing so we can hold, you know, 60, 70, even 80 miles an hour for long stretches at a time. We got to cover 495 miles, so we want to do that as fast as we can and not labor the engine too much. Yep, she's running a little bit lean, but that was kind of on purpose. So we're running a little bit lean because we're jetted for some of the altitude we're going to run to while we're out there on the course. This course apparently climbs all the way up to 6,500 feet or close to while we're out there racing. Got a little sideways on that one. So you kind of have to jet this thing in the middle. So when you get up to the altitude, it runs pretty good. And then when you come down out of altitude, it runs good. And with jetting, it's just kind of, you got to find the middle. I can't jet for both extreme ends at one time, so. Ooh, I think we got that clutch dialed in. Brand new Hinson clutch plates in here. I had to get a new hub because I had a groove worn in the other one, so all that's in here. And it feels good. think we have the cable adjusted just right. Oh, it sounds so good.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Wanderer in all its glory. I'd first like to start by thanking all of the sponsors that stepped up and either gave us something or helped us out with something. We'll start with Blood Lubricants. Jeff up at Blood Lubricants hooking us up with all kinds of good stuff so that we could get this thing up and running, fresh fluids and all that. I'd also like to thank Mike at SlickRock Tactical up in Minnesota, Pete Hager for hooking us up with Obor Tires. Got to talk to Bruce Nyland a little bit. Hopefully these puppies hold up the whole race. That's what we're hoping anyway. Roll Design for getting the Elkas rebuilt and the A-arms rebuilt so quick and back to us so I could get them on the machine and get this thing tested. Rath Racing for getting that bumper to us so quick. They added that little tab on the back of their XC bumper so that we could mount the lights. I'd also like to thank Race to Erase 22. They got us some hotel rooms up in Vegas so that we have somewhere to stay while we're up there for the races. We're also, that's who we're donating to. So I'm also going to put them down in the description with all the other sponsors. I'm going to put our GoFundMe link down in the description as well, because that's not over. We're going to keep that going until the end of the race, which we're over halfway. We are getting very close to our goal, so we'll leave it up to the end of the race, and then after that, all that money's going towards Race to Erase to get trouble veterans into racing like we are. So I mean, it's such a fantastic organization. They've helped us out, so we're excited to give back to them and hopefully get more people into this, man. We've got I heard that entries for quads is up this year, so let's hope that keeps going. Let's hope that's a trend. I'd also like to thank Twin Air for getting us some air filters so that we can get this thing breathing right, at least some new air filters that haven't been tried before. So we're gonna try those out and see how they do. PTR Motorsports and Get Shit Done Coffee. So PTR Motorsports, David, he's actually gonna come out and help us chase. He's gonna chase the quad and go pit to pit. He got us that Jettrim seat cover. They're out of Lake Havasu, and man, that thing turned out mint. It matches the quad really well. I don't think we even tried to do that, but it turned out really good. It's soft. They sent extra foam with it, so I glued that on top of the existing seat foam, and it is so soft. That should be way easier on us as we race 500 miles and somewhere near Reno. So of course we got flex bars on there, fast flex bars, Hinson clutches in there, Rossier Engineering for a sweet sounding exhaust, and then SlickRock Gear for all of the protection, and DRW for the case saver. I'd also like to thank Jeff at OCP for getting me that cam. We've got a Stage 2 hot cam in there from him, and then also of course we've got the OCP head on top of this thing, my old head, and it's running strong. It feels so good. Don up at FXR for the jerseys and pants. So we've got gear sets to run in this thing, red, white, and blue, baby. I'm gonna be looking fresh, at least. So I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, but I'll add all of those people into the description. Go and look at them. They helped us out big time so that we could get this thing together. This is definitely a hodgepodge, but there's the Wanderer. Can't wait to get this thing out there, man, and race to the end. And hopefully we get there in a good amount of time. This thing's gonna be dialed in, and we just hope it holds together. So not bad for a first try at building a desert quad. Never done this before, never raced one of these before, so this is gonna be an eye-opener. And we hope that we can do this more in the future. We hope to do this almost annually, raise some money, and go race one of these desert races and get some different people involved with it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed building it, even through some of the rough parts, but man, we are just super excited to get out and race this thing. So thanks for coming along, guys, and we'll see you on the start line, which will be in 1 week. We will be out there in 1 week. So see you guys then. If you want to follow along, head to bestindesert.com and follow us on live tracking. We are number 442, Team Blind.